Hi, good evening, or I guess it'd be good morning for most of you. Welcome back to our Drummond channel. It's November 5th, and I've been away for a week, retrieving my family from their arrival in Hawaii, and spent a couple of days in Waikiki and getting the house situated. I want to go into a couple of markets. I talked about crude oil last week before I left town, and thought that there was going to be there was a possibility of setting up for what we called that triple dot push, and that did not happen. And we'll talk about what we saw and why that wasn't a big deal to a Drummond trader. Good evening or good morning, depending where you're at. Welcome back to the Drummond channel. It's November 5th, and I was away all week. I was in Waikiki or Honolulu doing a little work, and also retrieving my family from Japan, and then getting them moved down to Kauai, where we're going to be hopefully for the foreseeable future. We talked about crude oil before I left, and I thought there's possibility of setting up for what we call the triple dot push, which is a pretty push to the upside, which is a pretty bullish move, and I'm going to go into that because that did not happen. And then we'll take a look at the Nasdaq and also the 10-year Treasury note. The 10-year has been in a downward trend. The long bonds have been in a downward trend for quite a while. So is that trend over? Is it just taking a breather? So we'll take a look at that too. So let's get started. So first up is crude oil. And you can see over here on the left is a monthly chart. And I was anticipating at the time that this market had a little bit more strength in it. And I was suggesting that if this closed up above this PL dot, so this is the PL dot now for November, if it had closed up above that, and then we had some quarterly support down here, would have been the area of this weekly PL dot, or I'm sorry, this one here, and that would have been the setup for a triple dot push, and that didn't happen. So as you often hear from Ted and Charlie, if what we anticipate happening isn't happening, then the opposite must be going on. And that's what we found out. So this is October 31st, and that bar obviously, or I'm sorry, this bar here is October 31st, and it closed down below the PL dot. That's a daily chart. So, it broke through major support and continued on down the next day. And we're still chopping, and we might be starting to find some support, but now all of this, I'll use the weekly chart here, all of this has become resistance now. And so this market may be pushing down, and if it's pushing down, where's the next target for the week? We have the 1-1 low that is also right there with the monthly envelope bottom, and then if it gets through there, then we're talking quarterly PL dot refresh, and we'll see how that plays out. And for the Nasdaq now, we saw 2 weeks ago that the quarterly PL dot was holding or very close to holding on close. And then last week we got that quarterly PL dot push to the upside. And remember, there's yearly energy pushing up, quarterly energy is pushing up. If you look over here on the monthly chart, you can see the quarterly PL dot pushing higher. So the trend on the quarterly and on the yearly is still up. And whether or not we're going to get to new highs or not, that's a little too early to tell. What we can see on the daily chart is we've pushed through the weekly envelope top, and we've also pushed through the monthly PL dot. So now we've got a pretty good area of support here for tomorrow, and that's for Monday. But then we're starting to run into some resistance with the 1-1 high up there. And keeping in mind that this market's been screaming higher for 5-6 days, so it may be up for a little pause. So again, for the Nasdaq going forward, a couple of areas of support here: weekly envelope top, monthly PL dot, and then you run into a lot of resistance up here with the quarterly envelope top, monthly envelope top, and the weekly 1-1 high. So we're expecting this range for this week to be somewhere in this area, because you've got a live PL dot down here and this area of support, and then this area of resistance. So that's looking at the weekly range. And then once we get into that, if we get up into this area and we get decisively through that, then there might be some very strong bullish signal or bullish movement coming in this market. So lastly, this is the 10-year Treasury, and I have it, the weekly envelope. There's the envelope. I'm sorry, that's the yearly envelope, top, yearly PL dot, envelope bottom, then this is all the quarterly information down here. And that gives you an idea on a monthly basis how far this market has fallen. And is it done? And at this point, looking at these monthly PL dots, that may have been its swung this last month, or I'm sorry, this new month is forming. This PL dot is swung off that main channel line a little bit. So it may be an indication that the downward trend is starting to slow, or it exhausted, I should say, exhausted to the downside. The weekly chart is telling us that there is strength forming. PL dots have all kind of bottomed and starting to swing higher, and we've already broken through the weekly envelope top, and we're pushed up to the monthly PL dot. And how much farther does it have to run? Well, looking at the daily chart, we see these daily PL dots lining up and pushing higher. We have a bit of support area coming in for Monday in this area, and then Monday's targets would be up here at the monthly PL dot and that 1-1 high. And we'll see how that plays out. It's a very strong move, but we're also counterbalancing a very, very long downward trend, and it's probably going to take a while for this energy to work itself out, or as Charlie and Ted talk about, the energy is going to vibrate around these higher time period support and resistance areas. So the daily chart may run up here, up into this resistance area, and then we might look for some daily congestion action. We might, on the weekly chart, this is a congestion entrance bar, so we might see congestion action back down here in this range. So we'll take this day by day, but it's an interesting look at how far this market has fallen and where do we expect it to go from here, and some choppiness might be on the cards. So that is it for this update. If you have any questions, continue to post them in the comment section of the videos, and I will get to them. We're probably going to take a look at the Japanese yen. One of the subscribers pointed out that long-term trend in that market may have started to peter out. So I haven't looked at it in a while, so we'll take a look at that on Monday and post a video for Tuesday morning. Anyway, thank you for watching. We'll see you again soon.